Well, hello everyone. So the last video I talked about the accident that I was in, and this is probably about like two and a half hours since I made that video. So after the video, or actually while the video, my mom called me, and then someone else called me, and so a storage facility called me and they say, "Hey, you want a locker?" Off of the storage internet site. They say, "Hey, you want a locker? Are you showing up?" Because they know me, so they're like, "Usually you're here." I was like, "I didn't know I won one." I was like, "What did I win?" They says, "You got the little 5x5." And I says, "Okay." I was like, "How much is it?" And he's like, $10. And I was like, "Oh, I won one from $10. Okay." I was like, "I don't remember bidding on one for $10." And it might have been one of where I bid $10 just to kind of. Usually my phone has alerts and everything to tell me that, whether I got outbid or not, which it didn't. I didn't get an email. I didn't get anything saying I won. So anyways, all this stuff here behind me, I paid a guy $10 to help me load everything. It's a lot of brand new clothes. There's some used clothes, but a lot of it is from like Fashion Nova and Amazon and stuff like that. It's very funky clothes. I'm gonna show you a couple pieces I put here in the front seat. But it's like like a hipster / 70s or 60s vibe. A lot of flared pants with embroidery, a lot of knitwear, like where it's crocheted tops, a lot of hoochie mama. This is definitely a hoochie mama locker. There's a significant hintage of hoochie mama. But anyways, I had a guy that was kind of walking around. I was like, "Hey man," I was like, I've had a situation. In fact, the lady who, she knows me, and I've bought lockers before at different locations. And she's like, "You're walking different." I was like, "Yeah, I'm a little sore right now." Anyways, I kind of carried like the small little bags, and he loaded the stuff on a cart and threw it all in the truck for me. And there's a whole bag of like designer sunglasses. But yeah, for $10, this is a pleasant surprise to a very weird past 24 hours. But let me show you a couple of the things here. This is one of the boots, and there's probably about 10 or 15 of these boots, but it's kind of like a fishnet boot. But I mean, this is the kind of stuff that's in this locker. I gotta be careful here. I'm trying not to. Whoops, that fell. This is another one here. Like this is 60s go-go, stuff. And then there's this one, which I didn't even know this was a boot, because I saw the fur, and I'm thinking, oh, a sweater. No, this is a furry ass boot. But this whole entire locker is this kind of genre, this kind of stuff. And there's something else about it, and I'm curious on whether I want to say this, but there was a bag inside here, and it's all receipts, and a lot of them are cash. So I'm thinking, it's my property now, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I'm thinking, this could be, because I'm going to be doing a lot more with the clothing store and selling clothing, and so I'm thinking, hey, there's a lot of cash receipts in here where these were bought at local establishments. And like them furry boots, if it's the same receipt, they're like $170 for them things. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of like 60s hippie, like Austin Powers type of go-go stuff. A lot of like wavy, like the go-go style back in the basically anything that was in Austin Powers is probably in this locker. A lot of like the big sunglasses, and not the clown ones, but like the vintage ones, or not vintage, but the designer ones that a lot of the the Starbucks girls wear. If the little tiny girl with the glasses that cover half her face, it's a lot of them. A lot of clothes, brand new, in bags. I mean, it was a hell of a surprise. Later on, whenever I feel better, I will make a full video going through all this stuff. But you know, right now, I got a call back from one person, talked with them for a little bit, and I'm still just as clueless on who to go see for a doctor. So I'm going to call a couple of more people, but this was just a surprise. She called me up and she's like, hey, you want a storage locker? And I was like, I did. So, you know, I just looked down and saw that, you know, what is it? I think this is Storage Zone or Extra Storage or one of the places, but I just saw it and I was like, why are they calling me? So, and I thought it was from my mom's locker, because I got family coming over tonight, and we're gonna they're going to unload it. I'm gonna drive the truck, but they're gonna unload everything. In fact, I gotta go to Harbor Freight right now and get some new lights for my trailer, and because I'm gonna just screw them to a piece of wood and just run them right over the top of the trailer. I'm not gonna run it underneath, and just get it to where I have lights on the trailer, because he busted the shit out of my lights. So anyways, but yeah, it's you know, for all the chaos in the world, this was a nice little surprise. I mean, everything in here is going to sell. Like, I could take this stuff to the flea market. Again, $10 for the whole damn locker, and you just saw 3 of the boots. You know, I can easily sell them for at least $20 a piece. You know, and that's selling them at the flea market. I mean, that's stuff you don't see very often. In fact, them fur boots, the girls are like, oh, that's interesting. Oh my God, it's boots. And I was like, yeah, like, I like these. So they were, you know, I know they're going to sell, because they freaked out over them. But it's size 7, and it's smaller than, you know, pretty much most people. So, which is weird, because the clothing is all like extra large, but the shoes are 7 and 7.5. So I don't know if this person was selling them or not, because again, there's receipts for almost everything that was purchased. There's a whole bag of receipts for clothing, so I have no idea. Anyways, I'm gonna get back and get ow. It hurts worse turning to the left than the right, because see, the right, I'm kind of okay, but when I turn to the left, or excuse me, when I turn to the right, I forgot which was left and right. But when I turn to the right, it hurts more than when I turn to the left. So, but I'm not going to turn all the way to the left either, because that, and when I say hurt, it's like a pinch, or like, you know, it's just really tight. I'm not sitting here saying, you know, oh, I'm going to die, nothing like that. I don't want y'all guys to worry. Like, I'm okay. I'm just in pain, and I already knew I was going to be in pain yesterday, because I felt it yesterday. Anyways, enough about the wreck, enough about all that stuff. Next video that I'm going to film is the one about the Ollie's store. I got an interesting review of the Ollie's discount store, or discount center, or whatever they call themselves. So anyways, that's the next video, or it might have been the one before this. Hell, I don't know anymore. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh my God, what the hell happened here? Oh, sorry. I'm looking at a line of cars sitting in the middle of the road. I guess everybody wants to go to either Home Depot or a gas station. Anyways, peace, love, money. I'm out.